The war in Ukraine. Overnight, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy calling a deadly Russian missile attack on a packed train station another war crime.
And Zelenskyy is now calling on world leaders for a firm global response to the attack that killed civilians fleeing the violence.
Slovakia is sending its only S-300 surface-to-air system to Ukraine to help in the fight against Russian forces. The U.S. is replacing it with a Patriot missile system manned by U.S. service members. ABC's Terry Moran is in Lviv with the latest. Good morning to you, Terry.
Good morning, Eva. Every day, Ukrainians are suffering from these awful Russian attacks, these atrocities, and they're designed to demoralize people, to terrorize them, to break their spirit. That's not happening, but there is a darkness that has settled over this land, and we want to warn our viewers that this report will contain images that are dark and disturbing.
This morning, there's worldwide condemnation of Russia's latest horrific attack on Ukrainian civilians.
It is a war crime.
A Russian Tochka-U missile slammed into a crowded train station where thousands of people were trying to flee their homes. In an instant, a hellish scene. Bodies were scattered on the ground and the remnants of a rocket with the words "for the children," meaning on behalf of the children, written in Russian. This blood-spattered toy left behind. At least 50 people were killed and at least 100 wounded in the city of Kramatorsk in eastern Ukraine, where Russians are set to launch a major offensive. Ukrainian officials say 4,000 people were at or near the station when the missile hit. They were heeding government warnings to leave the area in advance of the Russian assault. The New York Times reports this morning an effort to evacuate that area by bus is now underway. Here's the scene at the station just the day before, bustling with women and children. After the strike, a car engulfed in flames, a body on the ground, the horrible aftermath. Nate Mook is an aid worker with World Central Kitchen. He was near the station when the missile hit.
The scene there was catastrophic. The damage was spread out from the platform all the way to the outside of the station. There were many casualties that we could see, dozens of casualties.
Across Ukraine, the evidence of Russian atrocities is mounting. A few hours away in Kharkiv, homes in shambles, burned cars, windows blown out. The Ukrainian military says Russian forces bombarded the city. This woman described the attack. She heard a loud noise, she says, knocking her to the ground. In Bucha, near Kyiv, more bodies are being unearthed. The president of the EU Commission stunned by what she sees.
Here in Bucha, we saw our humanity being shattered.
The EU is speeding up the process for Ukraine to become a member, saying that it could now be a matter of weeks for the country to get an initial approval.
We will do everything to support Ukraine to do the necessary steps.
Russia denies they are responsible for the train station attack. The Kremlin says Ukrainian forces did it. But the Pentagon isn't buying that.
So our assessment is that this was a Russian strike and that they used a short-range ballistic missile to conduct it.
President Zelenskyy on Instagram declared that accountability for these crimes is inevitable.
Zelenskyy is calling for war crimes trials, although those are probably a long way away. What's coming next is this decisive battle that is shaping up in the east of the country. That's why so many people were at that train station. The government's told people, get out of there. The Russians have told people, get out of there. And the Russians have appointed a new general, one who led Russian forces in Syria in their brutal efforts there to manage this next attack, the decisive one of the war, most likely.
All right, Terry Moran with those difficult images for us this morning.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.